Welcome back, beautiful souls, to the channel. I'm 𝐥𝐤𝐤, and today I will be guiding you through this beautiful reading for the angel number 333. If you are someone that is a healer, light worker, space holder, helps the collective, or you know that you are deep inside of your soul, this reading has found you for a reason. I'm really excited to get into this video and share with you the important messages that this number 333 means. And don't forget to check out the 333 angel number meaning video that I have in my playlist for angel numbers after this video to get the full part of your reading. Don't forget to also give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, put notification bells so you do not miss a video. And I am so excited to do this reading with you. It's going to be so beautiful. And for those of you who feel called to go deeper into being a light worker or healer, space holder, and helping the collective by stepping into your dharma and your life purpose, go and check out the Earth Dharma Healers Training as well as my website for more offerings. Let's get into the angel number 333 and what it means for you as a healer to step into your highest power. So I want you to just take a deep breath into your body and closing your eyes if this feels good to you. And we're just going to take a deep breath in, exhaling out. Deep breath in, sounding and exhaling out. Another deep breath, exhaling out. And when you're ready, just opening your eyes. I just want to first say that as soon as I started to breathe, I felt this sense of anxiety. I felt this sense of like fear and feeling not good enough coming up. And it's really interesting because what was coming up with this angel number is clarity and confidence in your gifts. And I feel like your guides are going to share with you a little bit more about why they're sharing 333 to you on you being a space holder. One of the biggest messages that is coming up both for a guide and also an elder that's coming in, one of the elders that have supported me, and I want to share it with you, is that us holding our gifts and not sharing it with the world is actually not helping the collective. That we are coming here for our soul's contract to do the deepest work and to help impact people. And there are certain souls that we have a contract with. And for us to not step into the power of our gifts is of disservice to the earth realm and the other dimensions that we're here to be of service for. So I just want you to take a deep breath in and not see this as something that is more of like a burden, but rather this responsibility that can actually support you as your desire to work with your gifts. So the angel number 333, what's coming up is this sense of like smaller version of you. I'm seeing an inner child version of you. I'm seeing you between the ages of 4 just came up right away and all the way to the age of 12. Now it's interesting because the age of 4 is usually when we start to develop our stomach chakras. So that is our sacral chakra and also our solar plexus, which is our sense of self and confidence in who we are, understanding our emotions and how to process them and work with them. But sacral is all about life force energy, desires, what we want to receive, what we want to create, what magic we want to bring into the world. This is where, as your child, this is where imagination is so strong. So the angel number 333 is really saying, and there's angels that are coming in because number 3 is the master numbers of the angels. And I'm seeing right away Archangel Michael and Ariel coming into the space on both sides of the space. Now, Archangel Michael is really this divine higher being that is here to help protect you, support you as you go into your gifts. Archangel Ariel is here as the feminine, the lioness, the protector, but also the power of the feminine, the sacral. So I see how they're both balancing you right now, and you're being asked to balance your self-critic that is coming up for you, because it's actually going to prevent you from stepping into what is coming up for you here. Now it's interesting because I pulled 3 cards for you. And these are 3 cards that are kind of explaining this feeling. So I want you to go back to whatever age was between 4 and around 12, 11 years old. What comes up now? Okay, that number that came up, that age that came up, I want you to sit with it, and we're gonna call your guides to come into the space. I'm gonna call the divine lead angels. We have one specific angel, every single one of us, that comes back to earth with us every single time. Now, this angel knows you and your soul inside and out. And what they're saying with this angel number 333, you have the building blocks. So right now, you've either maybe are curious about doing a course, or you've been studying something, like maybe you've been studying astrology or chakras, or you've been doing videos here on YouTube and researching on certain things. And what they're saying is to really take note of what are the things that you're naturally gravitating to. And to go back to that age, maybe for a lot of you used to gravitate to picking flowers or rocks or shells, right? So, or art. These are the things that actually enhance your gifts. And for some of you, this is the main gift that you came here to share with the world. This is also saying that the building blocks started then. When you were between those ages, this is when your soul and your inner child knew right away what your purpose is. It's when we start to experience these traumas and these versions of us that we feel like we have to question who we are, which makes us feel less confident of who we are, and what our path is. So you're being asked to really remove clutter of maybe people's judgments and perspectives that are becoming your ideology of who you are, because they don't actually matter. And what's coming up here is time to go. So this is just telling me that if there's any relationships in your life, your guides are just giving me this like frown, they're shaking their heads. And what they're saying is they gotta go. So what this means is if there's someone in your life that is, whenever you speak about your gifts or your abilities, that are making you feel like less than or less confident in what you do, or maybe not a safe space, it's actually re-triggering your inner child from that age that just came up, right? So I want you to go back to that inner child. And I actually have an inner child healing meditation. I have 2 on my YouTube channel. Choose whichever one you feel called to and go and do this after this video. It's gonna help you connect with this age and understand more to help you release and receive healing, okay? And then the second time you do this meditation, when you feel called, maybe wait a couple days, because you're gonna have to integrate this angel number 333, and your angels of the 333 frequency is gonna do some work on you energetically in the other realms. Then go back to this and revisit it with the magic and the creation of your inner child's gifts. Have the intention of that and see what comes up. So going back to the angel number 333 and time to go, and how this relates to you as a space holder and healer and your innate gifts here to help the collective. There are 2 options that they're giving me. So the first option they're giving me with the angel number 333 is you're removing this person from your life. Like, this is someone that you have to just take to this space of grieving. You've already started to grieve energetically on a soul level, this person no longer being in your life. And then the second one is I hear family. So I hear family members. And for some of you, you can probably feel this kind of guilt that comes up. And shame that comes up of like having to create boundaries with family. So if it's a family member, I'm seeing boundaries that's coming up, and it's almost like you need to create distance. So just having that radical acceptance that's who they are. It has nothing to do with your gifts, and you are safe to be yourself and to go back to that safe space that your inner child used to do. When they were that age, where did you go that made you feel safe? When you close your eyes and go back to that and just envision that version of you, or feel or sense that version of you with beautiful golden light bubble around that space that you're protected, and it's going to just help you not have to switch on and off your gifts. I'm also hearing masks. So just notice that when you have to put a mask on for certain people, that's actually wounding your gifts, and it's actually making you feel this sense of like guilt for having your gifts, guilt to be expressing it. So I'm seeing environment is very important for you. They're telling me one more thing for time to go. They're also just saying, be mindful how you speak to you. So yourself, if you're speaking to yourself in a way that is very negative or very condescending, to catch it and to be like, okay, what are my angels telling me to look at here? How can I love this version of me? How can I honor this version of me? And recognize if there's any resistance or any of parts of you that was pulling away. That's a sign for you to look at that and to receive what's there. Now we got, there's no place like home, but you actually got this card upside down. So let's go into what it means for your reading here. So what it's saying is right now your soul is kind of feeling like it wants to be home, because no place like home upside, like the right side up, means that you're home and there's like this longing for home. But actually it's a representation that you're building such great foundation with the building blocks of who you are that you know what home is supposed to feel like. So whenever you get that sense and that feeling of safetiness, and I want you to just kind of envision you and your inner child walking into a room or a space. And if it lights both of you up, then that means that you're in the right place for you to feel safe. And I kind of see your inner child giddying because they're like, ooh, we're gonna get to play, we're gonna get to have fun. And your angels with the angel number 333, that magic that you get, that light in your eyes that I'm seeing is like gonna bring you to the moon and back. Like this is what's gonna give you that energy you need to get your gifts out there. And that's what's gonna actually help enhance your confidence. It's your inner child and you both supporting each other and being each other's best friend. And what I'm also seeing is you putting a picture of your inner child for just the next couple months or on your altar, or adding that if it's not on your altar. If it is, this is also a sign that maybe you're not taking time to work with them and connect with them, and they're being asked to connect more. They do want to connect with you more, and this is why I was suggesting for you to definitely go do the inner child meditations that I have here on YouTube. Okay, we're gonna do a second layer to this reading because I'm feeling like there's more on 333 and what your angels have to share with you about the angel number 333 and how it relates to your confidence as a healer. Okay. So I love this because the guides gave me 4 specific instructions of why you're seeing 333 and how it can support you as a space holder and healer to step into your highest gift and get clarity. So this layer is all deeper clarity of what we talked about. The first card you have is imagine, and I can't help but show like the clouds, and what comes up is just this feeling of you in a field of grass on a summer's day with the breeze and the sun shining and all these little daisies all around you. And daisies are yellow and they represent the solar plexus, but they also represent joy. So the angel number 333 is saying that just imagine yourself laying and looking at the clouds and using your imagination to paint the clouds and be painting with them, and how you can connect with the other realms and your gifts to start to create the desires that you want. Not to think of it as in one day, but actually start to act and be in the energy of them. Your gifts are here to make you understand what your soul came here to experience in this human body. And your gifts are actually going to enhance your life force energy, which life force energy means creation, right? To create those gifts, to weave with those gifts, to have fun, to bring that joy and playfulness, and not to allow the lack of confidence or the inner negativity of the mind or even just the judgments of other people. And this is why I'm saying that either boundaries with family or removing someone out of your life, that's going to happen really organically, or both, is so necessary right now. So then you can put your energy into the imagination of what you're creating. You have the orphan card. So this card, it's interesting. This card usually comes with 3s, and 3 specifically is like the angels, right? And I always say we have the one that comes with us every time we come into the earth life. We have the one that is kind of like comes in every once in a while, kind of does contract work. And then we have the angel that is like here to support you for this specific life. And then you have other ones that come in that kind of help out when the others need, but it's usually around 3 that each person has, with one main one that's like kind of in charge. And that's the one that knows you the most. So the orphan card is saying, think about all the things that you say about your gifts. Think about the reasons why you tell yourself you can't be a healer or light worker. Think about the reasons why you say that you are not, you can't do this. Is it because of money? Is it because of time? Is it because of what people think? You know, I want you to write down below, what is the fear of you getting your utmost gifts and utmost desires with your gifts in this lifetime? Once you write it down below, you're freeing that. And the angel number 333 can really speak to you of what this message means. And what it means is that every single fear, every single reason that why you can't be in your gifts does not exist. It only exists if you give it energy to do so. the more that we're able to overcome our fear by doing the things that fear us because of change or because it's new, the more that we'll be able to open ourselves up to receive something beyond what we know. You're going to be able to impact and have this power in this world. And right now I'm seeing almost like the divine council come in, which means you have other guides that come in. Some of them are ancestors, whatever that comes up first, that's the ones. And also some of them are higher beings, and they're coming in with a specific message. And I want you to really listen to this, that you are your biggest gift, and that do not put any of your tools or the things that you work with, maybe crystals or smudging or whatever, do not put that on a pedestal. You actually work with them, that you have this relationship with them. And every single part of your altar, every single part, whether it's candles, smudging, crystals, cards, they've chosen you as much as you've chosen them. And that's how worthy you are, that you have received those gifts to amplify what you're here to do, and you're gonna keep receiving more. So give gratitude for them. They're also telling me that there is this like deep version of you that is coming in, and it comes back to that little child that's in a corner bundled up, which is the orphan card. This represents your inner child that is just wanting a deeper relationship and doesn't want you to forget them as you grow. You know, I always say connect with your inner child and you walking in, but really there's no separation. You're both as one. So instead of separating the versions of you, how can you allow yourself to feel more at whole with your gifts? This is what's going to amplify your confidence and be able to open new doors of collaborations, clients, and people that are waiting for you to support them. Okay, the next card we have is All That Glitter. It's actually upside down, but I want to share it with you. And I love this card because whenever this card comes in a deck, it's one of the biggest wounds that I see, or wounded parts I see, that comes out a little bit with healers and space holders. And it's this feeling that we have to, how do I say it? We have to like make money doing the space, okay? And I want you to share and be honest with me down below with a money emoji and say, yep, that's me, and what the fear is. That you fear that there is no possibility for you to be paid for what you do in your gifts. This is the biggest thing I see with so many space holders, healers, and their confidence of their gifts. And the biggest thing that is blocking you right now is that feeling that you have these gifts that are not worthy to be paid for. Now, when I'm talking about paid, I'm not just talking about the money in the bank. I'm talking about the life that you want. And this is specifically comes from a deep rooted part, again, that your inner child knows, and you have to have that conversation. This is where your shadow work is being called to look at, is your younger years, to get to the root of where this feeling of unworthiness comes from, of your gifts and yourself and your being, and to not reject self subconsciously, but rather to welcome them back in, knowing that they are part of you. And the biggest thing I'm going to share, that I share with my students in my Earth Dharma Healers training program, I'm going to give you this gem. And the angel number 333, what it's telling you is the more that you focus on the numbers, the further that you push yourself away from your gifts. The more that you ask yourself how and why, start to ask yourself the right questions. What are the ways that I can create this abundance? Gifts, show me how I can create abundance with these gifts. How will you support me to help the collective and be supported to do so tenfold? When you start to ask the right questions, you get the right answers, and then we remove that block of ourselves and we step into connecting with the energy of our worth of this gift, and the gift gets to show us the worth of it. We start to paint this reality that is finally ours, that we're here to receive. So you looking at the numbers and seeing how can I make $60,000 or $100,000 or $10,000 a month is actually going to be pushing you away from your gifts, because now you've put a dollar sign on your time. You put a dollar sign on your worth. And I'm going to just completely shatter a belief that this space, and actually one of the biggest blocks that I see that I'm teaching my students as well, is that from school, we're taught that we get paid per hour. We get paid for how much we make per hour. What angel number 333, what your angels are saying is, they're shaking their heads. They said that's not true. What they're saying is that it's not about how much per hour, it's how much you see, and how much you see your self-worth, and what is the life that you want to create with yourself, right? in order for you to be in this energy and to be in alignment and to fully give into your clients, say a psychic reading, you need to be balanced. If you're in a space of scarcity or worrying about how many people you need to sign up after them, you're not present, you're not fully with them. Your gifts can't fully amplify that energy in that session, in that hour, right? So don't look at this as money paid time. Look at this as a lifestyle of your energy and how your energy is abundant. And when you can shift that from an hourly wage and see yourself as an hourly wage to it's my energetic lifestyle and how I'm receiving that, you're going to receive the messages that the angels are saying with 333. And whenever you see 333 and you're paying for something, or you're looking at your bank account, or you're doing something around material stuff, check and see, what are you thinking in your mind? What is the subconscious thinking? Catch it, understand it, and where did you first learn this lesson? Big one. This brings me to the next card. This card says knowledge here, and the deep knowing. And I love this card because it's bringing in the full moon, and there's actually 2 full moons, which means 2 full moon cycles. So I don't know when you receive this, if the next full moon and the following one is going to be showing more messages about this reading. And you're going to get some deep knowledge around your shadow work, around imagination and your desires of your gifts, and also around your inner child and materialism and your relationship with that. And it's going to actually help you have more confidence and an opportunity for you to gain clarity of why you've been struggling with not stepping into your gifts and your purpose. I can't stress enough right now, the souls that are meant to be in this space and meant to, because you're on this, you made it this far in this reading, you're meant to be of service. Now is the time. And it's going to get to a point where you have no choice. You probably already hit that point for some of you. Most of you have. And for those of you who are ready to really step into the power of your gifts and step into your dharma, make sure you go down below and comment #EarthDharma training. I'm ready, because I would love to hold you and support you in this beautiful lifetime mentorship and training called Earth Dharma Healers Training Program that allows you to learn how to step into your gifts by inner child healing, past life regression, Reiki, altars, elements, and understanding how to hold someone in a session, but also how to be supported by your gifts abundantly. And this is something that will help so many of you and help you be of service of your community. And I've been able to help so many and have held hundreds of clients because of this work in the past 8+ years. So go to my website and check that out. But then also, if you're ready, go and comment down below and I'll send you directly the application so you can get started with that. Okay, let's see if there's any other cards. I'm seeing the Ancestor card come in, and I'm just gonna bring the ancestors in because they're kind of knocking on my door. And they want to share with you a few reasons why you're seeing the angel number 333. I'm feeling grandmother energy. She's nodding her head. She looks like has some wisdom, and she's sitting down. She's sitting down on a rocking chair. And she's saying she's ready to talk. She's ready to talk. I'm just smiling because, wow, her energy is so beautiful. She has a few messages she wants to share, this grandmother energy. And she's just smiling. Like, almost I see her smiling of you playing, and she's watching you both from above and within. And whether she's with you in this lifetime still or not, she's here in spirit, and she's with us right now in the earth realm. She's super proud of you. And the first thing she told me is, she's like, thank you for, and it's funny, you got a whole bunch of feminine cards. She said, thank you for finally listening to the call that our ancestors before were so terrified to do. There have been a long lineage of the feminine, specifically the women of your lineage. And if this resonates with you, this is specifically for you. This is a really big message. And a lot of them have either had to hide or have been punished for their gifts. And you are basically their biggest prayer. And they want to thank you for this and let you know that they're going to be protecting you at all costs in your path. So you just need to receive them to support you so they can protect you and hold you and help you on the other side. I'm also seeing, for some of you, this is really interesting. I'm seeing some herbs that they're giving you and they're mashing them up. They're kind of like in a petzl. I forget that word. I don't pronounce that word, but you know what I'm talking about. Modal and petzl. And they're just like rubbing them in and they're putting it in a little bag and they're giving it to you. And they're giving it to you for protection. And what they're saying is okay, go out to the world. And I see them opening the door. Oh my gosh, this is really vivid. They're opening the door and they're letting you go through, and they say, like, we're here, go to school. So this is a sign that you're about to step into the school of being someone of helping others. And actually, the more people you hold, you are going to be able to be a student as much as a teacher for them. You're both. So, the more that you're able to put your gifts out there and support you, the more that you can amplify it and the more that they can support you. You got 4 cards, which is really interesting, which is showing me this is the angel number 333. So the 4th card, I do believe, is going to be your next layer of the 4 energy. So you have guardian here and there's a feather. So if you've been seeing feathers or you connect with feathers, especially white ones, that is specifically your feminine ancestors and grandmother energy coming in. And what they're saying is that you're not alone. So if you're feeling alone, if you feel like the black sheep in the family, if you feel like, why am I doing this? And these words are coming in, just know that there is another one and maybe multiple of you that also didn't have the courage to come out and do their gifts, and that you are doing it. Like, give yourself, just like give yourself a pat on the back right now that you're doing it. Angel number 333, your angels are saying, like, hello, don't be hard on yourself, child. That's what I keep hearing. The next one, you have the protection guardian card. So again, as I mentioned before I even looked at the cards, I said that your ancestors said, let me protect you. And what they're saying is that as you step into meeting the deepest parts and bringing up the shadow of the earth through your gifts, what's happening is drop your shield. So drop your shield of fear to step into your gifts, thinking that people are against you in this earth realm, when there are people that are currently in your life that are going to help you out more than you know. And there are also going to be people that once you step into your gifts, you're giving them permission to step into their divinity as well. You are also going to be getting the real understanding what protection is through the ancestors. And I'm seeing them drop the shield, but have their shield still there. So it's like the shield represents your ancestors and your guides, and then you have the hand. And where we get our energy from healing is usually the hands. So for those of you who work with your hands, or maybe your gifts are through your hands, most likely, this is just showing that all this energy you're using to hold up the shield can be used with your gifts. So let them down, let those metal bars and those metal doors down, and trust your gifts, trust your process. What the shields represent is your lack of trust on this path, and you're being asked by your ancestors to just put it down, that it's safe to do that. You are safe with your gifts. You are safe to be your unique self. You are safe to come here and share it with the world. And again, the world is ready to receive you. So please, bringing in that inner child love, meditations and healings. And if you are on this depth of your journey and especially as a woman on your spiritual journey and you feel alone, definitely go check out Queen Rose, my lifetime mentorship program for women on their spiritual journey, to help them step into their queendom and understanding the template that they are to step into their gifts for them, their relations, and all the collective. So go check that out. And if you're interested in that, you can just put a little rose emoji. I'm ready to be my queen, and I will send you all the information as well. So we have the Oracle card. I love this card. It's giving me boss vibe. Okay. So a lot of you that are watching this have a lot of psychic premonition abilities. You see things, you hear this for some of you, especially as a woman. If you are a woman that is watching this, or you connect with the feminine energy, it's telling me that to read the smoke, read the messages. Smoke is a representation of messages, right? And what she's saying is you can see her closing her eyes. So she's seeing it even before she sees it. And it's really interesting. I'm saying this is because your gifts are heightening so much that you're seeing things, and to believe what you see. If you have a dream and it's a premonition and it happens and you get deja vu, trust it. Don't question it. Oh my gosh, this happened. Like, that's so weird. You're telling your gifts are weird, right? So just starting to change your spelling, the way that you're casting that on your gifts, and as opposed just putting in good intention and seeing how you can nurture your gifts and see how magical you are. But then also just recognizing that the more that you can cash out and say, oh yeah, no, what I saw was true, the more that you're going to allow yourself to be more confident of what you see. And speaking of seeing, we got our last card of the eagle. What this is going to bring me is the next layer of your reading after the 333 angel number. You're most likely going to get the number 4s a lot, or you're already starting to get the 4s because you're transitioning into that frequency. 4s represent spiritual awakening. And what that's going to see is you're going to start to see things like clear vision. There is no veil right now in the collective, and even more so when you start to tap into your gifts, you're going to be seeing things beyond what you've ever seen before. So the eagle is like, I see and I hear and you're aware, and it's saying for you to see from a higher perspective. How can you see the relationships that don't see your gifts from a higher perspective? Like your ancestors are saying that you see them for who they are. How can you see even the people that you feel are against you, see their soul, and start to make decisions based from love, whether it's the boundaries, whether it's the removing that, it's actually respecting their energy as much as yours when you do that decision. And in turn, it's respecting their gifts and yours. So see that as that way, as opposed to like, I'm rejecting someone or there's confrontation. Changing your perspective is going to honor you and allow you to have a great response to things out of urgency, but rather from a clear heart and a clear mind, but first from a clear heart, right? So I definitely see that your gifts are heightening, and I'm really excited for you for the next months. I am seeing again the 4 come in again. So if you're seeing that, just confirm with me in the chat down below and in the messages and in the comments. I'm seeing 444 and notice what are the things that are coming in for you. And please let me know what resonated with you with these cards from the ancestors. I do see the ancestor leaving the space and saying thank you, and she's super happy to support you, this grandmother medicine. And if you've made it this far into the reading, please put a beautiful yellow daisy emoji and claim all of your gifts, and just say, I am bringing in the gifts of my inner child and the gifts of my soul to fully be in this space and to fully feel safe to be expressed. If you can type that down below to claim it, so it is. And I'm so excited for you. And for those of you who are healers, space holders, and you are ready, you're so ready to step into your gifts. You're not here to play. You're ready to step into helping the earth. Go and apply for my Earth Dharma Healers Training Program, which is a lifetime program to support you, where I'll be teaching you some of the amazing practices that have allowed me to hold over hundreds of souls in amazing tools and modalities that will help amplify your gifts for those who are currently of service and those who are ready to be of service. And this is the time. So I'm so excited to help you have a successful space holding offering for your guides, for your guardians, for your people and your community, because we need you more than ever. So go and check out my website, and if you're ready, you can go and apply. And for those of you ready to go deeper in your healing, you can go check out Queen Rose. Email me for my one-on-ones and also to attend plant medicine retreats as well. I am sending you so much love. Don't forget to like, subscribe, put notification bells, and go check out my other angel number videos, and stay in touch, because I will see you in the next video. I love you so, so much. Bye.